move on to show and tell or try and stall?
Well, you know what? I just posted in the show off channel. If everyone wants to listen to a really gross sound effect that I just made a really gross sound effect using a
Perfect.
technique that I'd bookmarked that someone had told me about quite a while ago. And it actually works. And it's just the sound of water processed in a very
Okay, well,
specific
this is
way.
perfect.
What channel did you say we could find that in?
I put it in show off.
I'm going to open it here, I believe.
Oh boy.
The heck? So I don't know if y'all heard that. Hopefully you did, or maybe
I heard
not.
it.
Hopefully.
Yeah, we heard that.
So there you go. I'll just play this infinitely until we get the YouTube stream on. So that's great content, right?
Glad to be of service.
Let's do it one more time.
Ew.
It's flesh.
Mm,
A little bit.
The
It's
great
just
thing about
water.
this is I can't hear this, but you all can. So
Actually,
I can play it on loop.
Isn't that almost like, this is throwing it way back, but what was that comedy show? I can't, whose line is it anyway? And they had a thing where they were like newscasters and they couldn't see what
Oh
was
my
behind them,
God.
but everyone else had to like try to hint so they could guess what they were doing. It's
Yes,
sort of
yeah.
like that with the sound effect.
That is exactly it. Thankfully for everyone, it does look like we're finally back on stream. You all missed some very exciting, very disgusting sound effects. So thank you, Alex, for that. That was a high quality entertainment for sure.
Yep, the stream is back live, and I'm pretty sure the first thing they heard was that sound effect.
Oh, that's perfect. Okay, well, again, not to detract from this really important part of the meeting, of course, we have a code of conduct for Philly Game Mechanics. Again, please make sure you take a minute to familiarize yourself with it. It's pinned at the top of the announcements, the rules channel. And if you just go to phillygamemechanics.com/code of conduct, you can find it there. Really important to keep the space inclusive to everyone of all backgrounds and everything. So, yeah, I think with that said, I don't think we have any other big like events coming up or anything like this. Again, this is kind of the one of the bigger events that we're doing right now. We'll talk more about kind of where we're going in the future when we start talking about like next steps for getting the winner of this jam being published on Steam and things of that nature, and how that whole thing is going to play out. But I think for right now, unless anyone can think of anything that I should mention, we'll go ahead and move on to show and tell. So again, I posted in the chat, the stream text chat here, the order in which we're going to be doing the show and tell. So if y'all are ready to take it away, I think we'll go and I can you feel free to share your screen if you're presenting, but I'll also just kind of like full screen your screen as well, and so we can do some like screen shareception type thing going on. So yeah, I think if we're ready to go, I say go ahead and take it away, AJ.
Awesome. Hello, everyone. So I don't have anything to visually share. This is actually something, or let me preface it this way. My friend and I, for the past few months now, have been working on a system agnostic tabletop RPG setting about a magical school. And one of the things that my partner on the project is really skilled in is user experience and QA testing. And so for the past few weeks, she's been putting together all of these resources to better understand QA. And so what I'm going to share is entirely something she created. I take no credit for it. But in the Show Off channel, she put together this survey for anyone who is also interested in tabletop RPGs to fill out. to then publicly release the data after we're done, because it's going to give a better idea of what kinds of people are playing tabletop RPGs, but also could just be used for any other similar game genre. There's questions in it, like what kind of things you look for in a game. There's optional demographic questions, but so far we've had over 100 people respond to it, and the data has been really cool and will be released next week. So if you're interested in partaking in a community survey to learn more about a specific niche of game industry, I encourage you to check it out. She put a lot of really good work into it. But yeah, that was the thing I wanted to share. Again, I take no credit for the survey. She was the one that did all of the hard work that put it together, but it was inspired by a larger project that we're working on.
Awesome. That is really, really cool. Yeah, I'm screen sharing the link here. Again, that was posted in the show off. Was in the show off channel.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. And yeah, does anyone have any questions about the endeavor, or the survey, anything like that?
We can take that as a no.
No questions. All these people, no questions.
None of
By
you
the way, if
played
you do have,
D&D?
yeah, I was gonna say, come on. If you do have questions, you don't need to like actually vocalize them. You can go ahead and just type them out in the chat if you're doing that. Or yeah, you can feel free to jump on the mic.
Hey Tom, could you just remind everyone real quick how to get to the chat?
Yes, the chat is in a new, exciting place. If you, let's see, are on desktop, when you are looking at the Chat and Chew voice channel, which is where we are now, there's a little icon next to it that says Open Chat, and in here is a really amazing conversation that's happening, and you can voice via text chat any thoughts you have. We encourage you to do that. And if you're on mobile, it should be a very similar process. If you, I don't want to join and ruin my stream, but I believe if you tap it on mobile, it should give you the option of seeing the chat. It should be the same icon. I guess I have a question about this. So certainly I've heard of kind of the different types of players in games, especially in RPG games and player motivation and all these things. I guess is this kind of like an academic endeavor, or is it more just trying to understand the way that the player psychology, so they can incorporate that into their own creations, designs? I guess, what's the motivation and ambition for working on a project like this? If you have any insight.
Yeah, so based on my understanding, what my friend was trying to do initially is create what's known as user personas. When you do QA testing, it's often hard to get a large population of people to quickly playtest your game. So what you do is you research into the type of people that will typically like an experience and give them different like personas of you could have persona Tom, who is a postgraduate, runs a game studio, and Philly game mechanics guy who has this personality trait and likes these things. And you use that persona, typically a little bit more vague, to give yourself a framework to work off of to see if the product that you're making actually fits all of the different user personas you expect to use your game. The problem is that in tabletop RPGs, the closest you have to that is the 7 player types that are used like very long time ago, were released in a few papers back in like the 80s and the 90s, and hasn't really been updated since. Wizards of the Coast and other tabletop RPGs have their own internalized system, but that's not public knowledge. And so her inspiration was to try and make a public one that people could actually have access to for like smaller studios, so that they could create their own user personas based on this kind of data, based on the project they're going for. That answers your question?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Very,
I
very.
saw another question. Should we fill it out if we don't play tabletop RPGs or if you only play them in Tabletop Simulator? I would say most of the questions are tailored towards the tabletop game experience. For example, there's one of like, do you like it when a GM springs random encounters on you? Or do you like it when, as you progress through the game, your choices impact the direction of the narrative? So if you've never played a tabletop RPG, you might not actually be able to answer any of the questions. But if you played them online, then like certainly we're not going to limit you if you've only played on Tabletop Simulator. Hopefully that answered your question, Coyote Frame.
Yes, it did.
Awesome. I don't see any others.
Great. All right. Well, thanks you again so much for showing this off. This is awesome endeavor. So definitely feel free to kind of follow up again in the show off channel or anything. When people have time, definitely give it a chance and fill it on out. All right. Let's go ahead and clap. Yay. Let's go ahead and move on to our next presenter. Whenever you are ready, feel free to take it away.
Yeah, hey everyone. Kelsey. Yeah, I've been kind of selected as not selected, I volunteered as tribute for my group to present in case other people weren't available, but then everyone from my group still showed up anyway. So now they get to watch me struggle. But to sort of introduce myself, because I did come to that last in-person hangout, but I didn't really know anyone, so I was kind of in the corner. But I'm working with Kanan and Kelsey and Mark and Obert, who you guys might know, part of the Plot Armor group, and we've been working on a title for like the last two and a half something months. So I just would like to show off what we have been working on, and also to invite anyone who's interested in participating in our testing right now. We have like a Discord going on, so if you are interested in that, you can just like let me know, or really any of those people named know. So let me see if I can share the correct screen. And I think, Tom, you said you were gonna put me on full screen.
Yes, I'm going to do a little screenception here. I don't know if people will get the audio from the game in my stream, so if you'd like to switch over and watch that, go ahead, but we'll at least get the video.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, so there's, a lot that we're still sort of working on, but we've got quite a bit of progress over the last, 2.5 months. And we're really excited to keep working on this, get feedback from people and show off where we've gone. I'm not going to show a lot because of the 5-minute limit, but also my own skill limit currently in the game. Oh, for a second, my thing crashed. Oh. Hold on a moment. Yes, I have a Wacom Cintiq and it's decided to speak to me. Okay, there we go. Whoa. Although I believe that door was already open. I think it glitched for a second there. And we have this mysterious thing.
So pretty.
Thank you.
It does look real nice. I'm not getting any sound. I don't know if anyone else is.
Yeah, I put it in the chat that if there is audio in this game, we can't hear it. At least I
Okay.
can't through Discord.
Yeah, it might be something due to streaming, because I am hearing it come through my headphones right now.
Yeah, if you share your screen instead of the application, it won't share the sound on Discord, but
I
that just
see.
is a thing that happens. And, all of Mark's hard work, just everyone imagine the best sounds you could imagine right now.
Yes, it's fantastic. And this is coincidentally the place I get stuck, so I might not show this and to leave it kind of mysterious to you guys. But yeah, that's a little taste of our game so far. So I'll stop streaming. And we do have... Oh, okay. Again, we have a bit of space left for testers, so if anyone would like to help us out with feedback, that'd be so great. Just drop us a comment.
Yay! thanks so much for sharing. As someone who has tested a little bit and played a decent amount of it, it's a really, really cool project. I'm so excited to see y'all working on this. It looks really, really great.
Thanks
Yeah,
so
does
much,
anyone
Tom.
have any specific questions?
I put the testing link in the chat if anyone's interested.
Yeah, and I think if a bunch of our crew is still here, there's quite a few people you can ask questions of. I failed to mention I am working on the UI design for the game. And I think you guys are familiar with everyone else. Mark, obviously, music, right? Obert and Kanan doing programming, Kelsey with writing. So that little like screen you saw that came up with the warning in the orange text, that was her. I see one sort of common question, like what the summary of the game is. It's a puzzle platformer, to keep it really simple.
It's not available yet, but there is also a Steam link, so you can read a little bit on the Steam page. There is a backstory, but it's a little bit of a mystery to the player starting out, so we don't want to say too much. But the very, very basic understanding is you are completing these puzzles to try and escape this mysterious system of caves, but there's more to it than that. Answering some of the questions we're seeing.
There's only 2 forms.
Yeah, you just have our sort of adventure person and this cube.
Yeah, the cuboid.
Irina, they asked if they are custom fonts.
Somewhat. Some of them are from very carefully, lovingly chosen from Google Fonts. A couple of them, like the main menu, I think you would have seen, or the new game, is something I put together.
Should we request access through on the Steam page or in that server?
In the server, Kanan will send you a game key. I think he is busy at work right now, so be patient, but we'll assign you the role as tester, and he'll see that and get something to you soon.
Cool.
Yeah, thank you guys. Happy to see all the people volunteering.
Yeah, it's really great. Again, y'all accomplished so much in a pretty relatively short amount of time. I totally agree with the comment that it reminds someone of Trine. I don't know if y'all on the development team have seen that game or its aesthetic, but I definitely got kind of similar vibes for sure. Awesome. Well, again, people definitely follow up on this. It's awesome to see a community project kind of grow like this. So, yeah, thanks so much for showing off, and we'll go ahead and move on to our next presenter.
Hello, hello. Can everybody hear me okay?
Yes.
That's loud and clear.
All right. So one of my name is Ryan. One of my more recent updates to my character traits is I make poor decisions. So I decided to make a game for GMTK while this jam was going on as well. So I'm gonna share that with all of you. Go live really quick. So the game that I made, the theme for GMTK was dice, roll of the die, and I made a game called Dice Trials. And it's basically a short little game about rolling dice. It's more of I wanted it to be a competitive game, but it's kind of turned into more of a sandboxy type game. So yeah, there's a little tutorial that my friend did a voiceover for. But yeah, I'll skip that for now and just start playing the game. Basically, you have these dice and you're trying to roll them and get higher points. And what you can do is when a dice lands on a plus side, you can add like a special ability to that face from the shop here. And it keeps track of all of your points when you roll things. So I just rolled the big shop, which means next time the shop opens up, I will get more options. So yeah, like there's a bunch of faces. It has some flaws with it, I think. Like it was supposed to be like score based, but there's some functions of it that make it more of just like a sandbox game. Like you try and just see what the coolest like die that you can make is kind of what I have a lot of fun doing in my own game. But of course I'm gonna have fun playing my own game. And yeah, so I just got this one, which if I roll a plus, then it'll add a round to the game, and if I roll a minus, it'll remove one from the game. So it's kind of like a 50-50 chance that I'll get like an increase. So now I have 5 rounds left, and each round you get a new die, and there's this big timer on the wall that tells you like how much time you have left in the round. So I kind of just been rolling these 2 dice over and over again. And soon, yeah, now I get a new like regular die. Okay, so I got a minus, and then I get a new die that I can customize using the shop. And so this is one of my favorite faces, the red and blue one. It's called Double Dice. It basically just duplicates your die. And I'm not gonna get it, I'm sure, but there's a lot of crazy things that like you can just do with the game. I wish I could have balanced it a little bit more and added like a leaderboard to it, but I didn't have time for that because it was like weekend game jam, and I was giving up. I wasn't giving up. I was taking time away from the PGM game jam. So now I have these 2 duplicate dice that I can roll once, and I'm not going to get anything interesting. Oh, well, see now I can duplicate the dice again with the duplicate dice. That's basically the premise of the game. And then here's a screenshot of me when I made some really crazy dice that were able to duplicate, and like you can see this, like this is the plus time, so it gave me more time in the game. And then this face is like a reroll face, which basically re-rolls all of your dice at the same time. So that's what I got here, is a screenshot of all of my dice flying up in the air at the same time. And then because there's so many duplicate faces on here, like these dice just keep duplicating, and it just grows and grows. And unfortunately in this game there was like no way to end it because there was so much time left in the game. So I ended up quitting out of this game, but as you can see I had pretty high point value, and I was kind of just stuck on one round because it kept adding more time. But yeah, that's the gist of the game. I encourage you to go and play it and see what kind of interesting dice you can make. I guess if you have any questions.
So, like, the ultimate goal is to just get more dice. Sorry, I didn't catch that part.
Yeah, so there's the rounds. I didn't finish the game because it'll take forever to get to the end of the game. But every round you get a new die, and then when you run out of rounds, the game is over. So your goal is to just get the highest score possible. In the build on itch, I have 15,000 as my high score, but like that's your goal. But if you get more rounds, then you can get more dice. So that's why you want to increase the rounds, and then you want to end the game at some point. So that's why you would want to decrease the rounds as well. Yeah. Also, people asking, I made this by myself with some help for the intro or for the tutorial. My friend voiced it over, and then I stole music from Kevin MacLeod, because I have no idea how to make music.
Tom was asking what your favorite part of GMTK was.
Oh, what's my favorite part of GMTK? I really like the community. I haven't gotten a chance to play a lot of people's games for it yet, because as soon as I was done with this, I worked on the game jam for Philly Game Mechanics. But now that I have, free time again, I will be playing games from both jams. So I'm excited to see what other people have made for it.
Awesome stuff. Just to answer someone's question, what is GMTK? If someone's never heard of that.
Oh, you asking me? GMTK is a YouTuber. They make a lot of game tutorials for game developers, and they do a jam, I think annually or twice a year. Yeah, Game Maker's Toolkit is the full name of the channel. Yeah, they're really cool, and there's a big community there.
Awesome. Thank you so much for showing. This is super impressive, and I'm so excited to see your other work tonight. Yay! Clap, clap, clap. Totally agree with everyone. It looks really, really great. Okay, great. And so now we'll go ahead and move on to our final show and tell participant.
Alrighty.
Take it away, Floyd.
Here we go. Alrighty. Sure I got this? Yeah, I got this. Okay. Yeah, that's tentatively called it roaming. It's a first-person shooter. And you can see I've just been spotted by the sentries.
Wish I could see it, but I am getting the Discord spinning dots of death. Maybe that's just me.
It's not just you. I'm also getting them.
Just a moment. What's up? Okay. We'll take two here.
Hey Floyd, is this something you worked on separate from the jam?
Again? Oh no, this isn't the jam thing.
Okay, cool.
Well, he's just been busy.
This is something I'd heard long before the jam. Okay, choose window. Roaming. Okay, can you see the screen now?
Not yet.
Okay. Here we go. Okay, and the sentry didn't see me this time. So
We're still not getting it, I don't think, or I'm not.
You might have to just leave the chat and rejoin. That for me is how to fix that.
anyone else seeing seeing a hallway with what's going on here? Okay, what is this?
I think you might want to try, hopping off of Discord, maybe even shutting it entirely and reopening it.
Alrighty. Just a moment while I check the web browser.
Again, computers know when they're being watched, and they I agree. Turning it off and on is
Okay. Just a moment while we get there. Oops. Okay. Okay, let's see if you can select window, roaming, share. Okay, any luck?
yes.
Finally.
We're good to go.
Again?
Yep, ready to go.
Alrighty, so let's resume this thing. Now, I took out, here's the other one. You start with the basic rechargeable beam pistol. Take that. Have those grenades. And sneak up and attempt to sneak up on other brain-sucking televisions. Like that guy. Hey, scored a hit. And just be a jerk. Let that guy go. Ah! Ooh, he whacked me in the... Ah, crud. Whacked me in the tuchus. And I made it to level 2, where you get the heavy weapon. There's some heavier weapons. See where I got the idea for my attempt at background music earlier. Oh. Uh-oh. Now, where is that guy? Just in case. A grenade. I bring in the heavy. Yeah, wait a minute. I see you. Ah, shoot. It whacked me with a face with that one. Hell no. Oh, shoot. Ah, that's what was wrong. It was jacking the key 9. Yeah, I was trying to demonstrate the CFG of the game. Laser? A little sniping laser. I love doing that. Sniping those suckers. Now this is where things went cattywampus. Designing the 3rd level. I did arrive at some general principles of level design in producing this lunacy. Oh, shoot. Oh, they got me. Yeah. It's a bit goofy looking. But kind of striking back against bad TV. Against trash TV.
It looks great. It's been so awesome seeing you continue to work on this. I feel like over the past few months or so, right? I feel like I played
I've been at this one for some months now.
Yeah, I feel like I played a really, really early version of it a few months ago, and it looks great. I wanted to just quickly ask, what have been your biggest design inspirations as you've been designing this?
Well, the moment while I grab that information. Ah, here it is. Well, I was originally drawing off of what I knew about Quake 2, but some of the things I learned the hard way from messing about with an automated level generator are these things. Things I didn't like about the level generator. In terms of rooms and number 1, in terms of rooms and corridors, entrance and exit should be appreciably far apart, ideally diametrically opposed. 2, irrelevant paths. There should be very few irrelevant paths, both in terms of how many and how far each goes. You can justify a couple of side paths by placing items that make it worth it, like treasures or enemies worth experience points. When you're actually putting things in a game map, it helps to name them in such a way that you remember what you're going to put in each section, like trap or power up. Also, and the fourth thing I've learned was if multiple routes lead to pretty much the same point, especially if that point's an exit, they should be of roughly equal lessers of hazard or gain. That'll rule out de facto shortcuts, even if loaded with more enemies. The player can simply dash through such a heavy room.
Awesome. Yeah, all of that is. I mean, I've always said level design is so hard because you're not only designing the physical space in which you're moving through, but you have to kind of design that alongside the gameplay in terms of combat design and enemy encounter and things like this. So not only you're worrying about architecture and line of sight and things like this, you're also trying to work on at the same time doing combat design and enemy design and gun feel, and it's a really, really tricky subject. So it's great that you're getting tons of experience with this. And again, it's been awesome seeing you kind of work on this the past few months. Any other questions that we have in the chat? Oh, I think I saw one a little bit up. I found that an interesting decision to make the projectiles move a little slower is leading targets when aiming a core interaction.
Mm-hmm.
The answer is yes. Great. Any other questions?
I have a comment, which is, have you considered putting on the televisions like a GIF from a show that you hate?
At one point, I thought of that, but that'd probably cause more problems than it takes on, and then it rails against.
Yeah.
I mean, icon. I figured that that would seem like universal icons, like although the dumpster fire icon was a custom job. I intended to trash baskets, or trash cans, baskets, maybe flinging gavels.
Yeah, pretty universal symbolism there for sure.
Again?
Yeah, pretty universal design there, though. I think, yeah, playing it safe is never a bad option. Okay, great. Well, thanks again so much for showing your work, and again, for anyone, of course, who's shown here today, or just kind of in the audience, we'd love to see continue updates as people keep working on their projects. So definitely come back again and continue to show us what you all have been up to. This is always probably my favorite part of any of these meetings. There are a lot of really, really amazingly talented people here in Philly making games, and it is so awesome to see all the work that people turn out every 2 weeks or so when we do these meetings. So, all right, thank you so much, everyone, for showing in Show and Tell. And let me make sure I have all my ducks in a row here. Looks like the rest of my Discord. Oh, full screen. All right. Great, so now we'll go ahead, we've done our show and tell right on schedule, and we'll go ahead and switch into the big event for tonight, which again is the Fire Jam Showcase. So let me make sure that we have everything ready to go here. We'll continue to post this kind of over and over and over again, but if you are looking for all the entries, I'll just go ahead and hello puppy, and post this in here. This is the Game Jam page where you can see all the entries, all the jam entries, and vote on them. You can see that voting is officially open, and it will be running through, I believe it just goes through, is it midnight on Sunday or something like that? It goes through the end of the weekend. So we have until the end of the weekend to play these, but we can go ahead and look at these. And I don't know, sorry if I'm blinding you. I am also not logged in, but if I was, I use light theme anyway, so apologies for anyone's eyeballs who I'm burning out right now. Alright, so yeah, the way that we're gonna approach this for the rest of the meeting is, I believe, let me see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I believe we do have voice chats set up for all of the jam entries. So thank you, whoever did that. If it's Woody or someone, thanks for setting those up. And yeah, before we jump off, we'll go through and allow all the creators an opportunity if they would like to introduce their projects before we kind of break off. But yeah, we'll have all the creators, if you would like to kind of go into your voice channel and either demo the game yourself and play it yourself, or just kind of be around for any support, or if people want to ask you questions or anything like that. That will be our opportunity to talk to the community.
Hey,
great.
Tom.
Yeah.
Could you remind everyone what the grand prize to the winner will be for this Game Jam?
I sure can. So something that we are super excited to be trying out. It's very much an experiment. We haven't done this before, but it's something that we've been talking about doing pretty much since the beginning of the year, I would say. Is we are going to, the prize at stake in the past, Philly Game Mechanics has kind of always had like a prize for the winning jam entry. In the past, it's been like a physical trophy, which has been really cool. Of course, we're all remote right now, and so we don't really want to deal with making physical trophies and sending them and shipping them and all that stuff. We thought we could do something maybe even cooler, if that's possible. And the winning entry for this jam will have the opportunity, they don't have to accept it if they wouldn't like to, but they will have the opportunity to be published or listed on Steam by Philly Game Mechanics. And we think this is a really cool opportunity because itch.io is of course a really great platform and is very indie friendly, and of course is where we host the jams and everything. But we also appreciate that it doesn't quite have as much clout or visibility as something like Steam, for instance. And certainly when you're if you're a hobbyist or an indie or just anyone trying to kind of apply for positions in the industry or anything like that, again, for some reason, Steam just tends to have more industry clout. And so being able to point to one of your titles on Steam and say, hey, here's a game that I worked on, it's available to download on Steam, is a really great thing to have on your portfolio, on your resume, anything like that. The problem, of course, with getting your game on Steam is that there's a lot of like business setup to even list your game on Steam. There's a lot of business setup that you need to do, and you need to pay the $100 Steam Direct fee and enter in tax information, and it gets very complicated and very stressful. So we're hoping to try and help kind of bypass a lot of that stress and business complication and things like that by just allowing the winning team to have their game posted on Steam through Philly Game Mechanics, and of course with all proper crediting, and of course the creators of the jam would retain full ownership of the game and be able to decide any distribution methods they want to do. The only kind of big restriction that we have right now is that we don't have the infrastructure for allowing creators to charge for their game on Steam, so it'd have to be listed for free in the same way that it's available for free on itch. I believe all the games here are available for free on itch. It'd be the same thing, it's just kind of putting it on like a different store without having to have the team jump through a bunch of legal and business hurdles to do that. so that's the kind of experiment we're going to try with this. And yeah, we hope that one of these teams here would like to kind of try that out with us. Our hope is that once we get through the voting, we'll decide who the winning team is and offer them the opportunity if they would like to do that. If they don't want to do that, that's totally okay. It'd be really important for everybody on the development team to unanimously agree if this is something that they'd want to do. And if that's the case, then we've been working on an agreement that will kind of keep refining and everything, but we'd go through that with the team, and then the goal would be the next meeting, so that is the first meeting of August, which is August 4th. We're going to try, fingers crossed, if we can get through like this first hurdle of just kind of getting everything all set up, to actually set up the Steam page all together as a community, jump on stream and set up the Steam page so we can all walk through the process of what it takes to publish your games on Steam, which I hope is going to be really, really useful for anyone in the community who either hasn't gotten a chance to work on setting up a Steam page, or maybe they have and are just looking for just kind of other ideas for how other people go about setting up Steam pages and things. We'll all walk through that together, and I think that'll be a really, really cool experience for everyone to be part of. And so we have a question here. Will the Steam Jam be the jam result exactly, or could the winning team decide to continue to develop that idea? That's a really great question. So our plan is to basically grant the winning team as much as we can, like full edit access over their listing and the files of their Steam page. So that would mean that they could update it, the actual game version. They could update the Steam page as much as they want with whatever they would want to do, and so they would have as much freedom as we can grant to update it however they'd like to do that. So yeah, the whole point of this is to just try and give the creators an opportunity of posting on Steam, again, without having to have a lot of business and infrastructure in place to do that, because yeah, that kind of unfortunately I think prevents a lot of really cool submissions from making their way to something like Steam. And certainly this is the first time we're trying this, and we're very, very much open to feedback. And I'd like to eventually at some point put together an FAQ that we can kind of base on any questions that we have coming in. And yeah, we want this to be kind of a community initiative. So if anyone has any ideas or thoughts or questions or anything like that about this whole initiative, yeah, we'd love to continue the conversation with it. And we're excited to try it out and see how it goes. And we think, again, that it's just going to be a really great opportunity if people would like to try it out, to, again, have an additional thing on their portfolio or their resume, just having the game listed kind of in a different way. In a way that's slightly, again, for whatever reason, Steam just seems to have a little bit more clout in the game industry. So yeah, we'd like to try and help out in any way that we could. Cool. So yeah, that's kind of what's at stake here. And it looks like we have 7 really great entries that are up. And again, if you don't, if the winning team doesn't want to pursue this, well, at the very least, you'll have bragging rights to say that that you were the official winner of the Field of Game Mechanics Fire Jam. So if all else fails, you can put that on the resume and portfolio too. Great. So again, the way that this is going to work is I am going to continue to kind of be in this channel and stream and just kind of go one by one. And I think I have everything downloaded or ready to go and pull up in my browser. So I can do that. But before we break off and allow the creators to kind of go on their channels if they're here and go kind of explain the game in their channels or engage with the community in that way, I would love to have all the creators take the opportunity to introduce their projects if they're here, and just kind of do like a really quick elevator pitch, and like how you interpreted the theme, I guess. So like, or maybe do that backwards. Like, what was your idea? Basically, how did you interpret the theme of fire? And then, yeah, like what is your game in like an elevator pitch kind of sense? Great. So we'll just go, I guess, down the list as it is appearing on my screen. Oh, and you can't see my screen. As it's appearing on my screen here. Is it alphabetical?
Seconds, and then we can roll into playing the game.
Yep. Yeah, so if y'all could just kind of keep these really short. Can we have a description for dumpster dumpster firefight?
Alrighty. Well, I got hung up on the notion of dumpster fires, and a firing squad. I put the two together, and you've essentially got a firing squad made of dumpsters firing flaming garbage at you. Not only do you dodge, but you like that game on the GCE Game Time Watch. But you can also return fight. You can also fight fire with fire by sending fireballs at the dumpsters.
Perfect. You are going to be a master of just trash TV and flaming garbage. Awesome stuff. Cool. Let's have a description for Fire of Verdrak. How do you say that?
You almost got it. It's Fire of Vudrak. So Vudrak is dragon. I'm getting the accent. Dragon in Dutch. So our game is basically, we took the fire theme and we really had like a simple concept of playing as a dragon. Yes, fire dragon. Thank you. A dragon, but we kind of combined the elements of shoot 'em up games, like the games that have evolved from Galaga. There's not really a good name for that genre, but kind of like a spaceship shooter. And then we combined that with fantasy elements, and in terms of gameplay, we added a lot of elements from games that are coming out recently, and it's a genre that was kind of started by vampire survivors. So it's that's like the overall concept. It's got great pixel art, great music, and it's very fast paced.
Awesome stuff. Sounds great. Great. Can we have a description of Box Burner?
Yeah, so Box Burner is a game I made. I'm usually an audio guy, so this was like my first time trying to make like an actual game. So it's like a pretty simple, straightforward. You click on boxes, they light on fire. You try to light them all before the time runs out, and that's it. The only thing was like I ran out of time to actually do any audio, ironically. So there's like a little thing, I guess. But yeah, so the game's done though, so that was fun.
Some great job. I will like murder French, so I assume this is French. Do you want to introduce your game?
Vincent, do you want to do that? Do you want to do that one?
Sure, I can do it. I just gotta put the chat away so that I can see it. So we have a sort of little adventure, sort of puzzle platformer called Les Aventures de Dino et son ami Flamme Rouge sur la conquête pour les eaux, which translates to The Adventures of Dino and his friend Red Flame on his conquest for the bones. And basically, you are this little sort of velociraptor on a unicycle, and you have this little like flame sprite sort of like spirit, and you have to use him to solve puzzles in certain rooms in order to recover bones to build this sort of exhibition dinosaur structure that builds up bone by bone as you get them from solving the puzzles.
Perfect. Sounds awesome. Great. Can we have a description of Water Buddy?
Sure. Yeah, one of my son's favorite books is Super Diaper Baby the second one, if you've ever heard of that. It's like a spinoff of Captain Underpants. Well, one of the bad guy, he is accidentally turns himself into water, and he's like a giant puddle, which sorry if it gross people out, but he eventually accidentally turns himself into pee, as well, a pee puddle. It's Captain Underpants spinoff, so it makes sense. And he had a power in that that I don't really want to give away. I want you to play the game and find out. But I got the idea of that if they use this power, they could use it to put out fire. And that's sort of what the game kind of based it on. I thought it would be kind of cool to if you just I like games where you're not really like if there's like a collectible, it's not like just apparent that it's just like right there out in the open. I like you to kind of like look through the environment and see what kind of makes sense. So you're just trying to look for water, and it's not like there's like a little coin floating that says it's water. So it's like you kind of got to look through the place. And I also, I don't know, I got a little Pikmin vibes, and it's sort of in this. So yeah, that's it, really. Just play, enjoy. Hope you like it. It's the first game jam. So yeah.
Awesome. Congrats on finishing the jam. Great. Can we do a description of Combustion County?
Sure. So, hello, my name is Colin Page. I made Combustion County. It is a 3-person cooperative racing game, essentially, in which 3 players operate a fire truck. 1 person drives the front of the truck, 1 person drives the back of the truck, and 1 person operates a water balloon cannon in the center of the truck. And they have to drive around town together and steer and put out fires before the town collapses.
Awesome. Sounds great. And finally, we have Feed the Forge.
Hello. Yeah. So our game is just a tower defense game, where basically the main objective is to build towers to kill enemies, and then the enemies can drop wood, and you can either use it to feed your main fire, which is your health, or you can use it to build more towers. And yeah.
Perfect. All right, everyone. Well, congratulations on submitting your entries, and we're so excited to give these all a try. So yeah, if you would like to, all the creators, since it sounds like we have creators from the teams here, if you'd like to jump in your dedicated voice channels, and yeah, again, for the rest of this meeting, we'll kind of go through and I'll be streaming all of these here in the main channel. But everyone else, feel free to kind of rotate between the different games and channels, and feel free to ask any questions. If creators, you're looking for any specific type of feedback, I know the jam is done at this point, but if you're looking to gather any kind of feedback from players or anything like that, definitely feel free to kind of specify those. I believe each channel there also has kind of like a text chat as well. So again, even if you're not feeling comfortable jumping to voice chat or anything like that, you can of course communicate through the text channels there as well. Okay,
can
great.
I
Does
just
anyone have any questions?
say a couple seconds on this? So
yeah.
So normally when we would do these game jams in person, the developers would bring like a laptop and set up their game, and then everyone would walk around the room playing it. So rather than just everybody watching one person play the games, even though that obviously is an option if you want to stay in this channel, what we're really encouraging folks to do is go to that link and download the game, and then hop into the channel of that game, and then stream yourself playing the game so the developer can see how you play it. Because really a developer seeing somebody else play their game and how they play that game and where they get kind of hung up is like one of the most important things when sort of understanding where they might have done something right, or maybe could have done something a little bit better. So like download all the games. I think they're all pretty small, and then stream yourself playing them in those different channels. It sounds like the only one that's multiplayer is Combustion County, so maybe the developer in that VC can tell us if they have like parsec set up so multiple folks can play at once, but that's how we're going to do it. And if anybody has questions, let me know.
Yep, Parsec is the plan.
Awesome, great.
Great, and then yeah, in terms of getting into specific voice chats for the game, you should be free if you're on desktop to just kind of click around and jump in any of the chats, or on mobile again, just kind of tapping on any of the channels, and yeah, we'll just kind of bounce around. Again, I think it's a great idea to try and aim to try and see as much as you can, rotate through as many as you can. But if you aren't available to do that, again, we'll be streaming some of the games here. So yeah, I think with that, are there any other last questions before we jump off? And I think at the end we probably will also do like one wrap up kind of section at the very end. So we'll kind of go and communicate with everyone. But yeah, did someone have a question?
That was my question about a
Okay,
wrap
great.
up and what
Perfect.
time that might be at.
We'll go ahead and do that. We'll probably shoot to do that right around 9:20, like right, basically like an hour from now. And if creators do need to leave before that, that's totally okay as well. Same with anyone, of course. Anyone is free to jump off whenever they need to. We'll probably aim to start wrapping up right around then, right around 9:20.
Sounds good.
Awesome. All right, everyone. Well, again, thank you so much for all the amazing work. This has been incredible to see everyone's show and tell work and everything that they've done for this jam. We hope that y'all have gotten a lot out of this, and yeah, I mean, the community here is all about just kind of encouraging creativity and experimentation within the game design medium. And so hopefully this was a great opportunity to try that out. If you didn't get a chance to work on a jam, you know, maybe now you can kind of look and see some of the creations that were created here, and maybe join in next time. All right, everyone. Well, then, yeah, we'll go ahead and officially transition now to kind of the showcase aspect. So I'm going to take just like a quick second to do like a transition here. And then, yeah, I'll be back in this channel. But y'all, again, feel free to jump around and join the other channel. All right, we'll see you soon.
It would be fine.
Hello.
Oh.
Is it on my end that I can't hear it?
Oh yeah, he may have not shared.
Oh yeah, you're
Oh, do I have to share audio? Hold on. Stop. Share
It's so
screen.
smooth though.
Audio sounds great. So like.
Yeah, I love the audio, Mel.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, thank you. I'm so excited to hear it in the game.
I'm sharing the game, so it should be able to hear the audio, hopefully. It could just be very quiet, I don't know. Actually, here, I'll do this. Just...
I still don't hear it.
No, nothing. That's weird. Oh, you put the grass back. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
No, you really cannot.
Welcome.
Hmm? Yeah.
Listen, it's not like I had to quickly in 30 minutes or less draw the logo
No,
or
but
anything.
we would never make you do that.
We never. No.
Look, in one of
Oh,
our
yeah.
last meetings, I said we need to come up with a name for our game, and nobody said anything.
There we go.
One thing about that like low gravity jump is very satisfying.
Yeah, the jumps. I mean, it's only important for one part. But I figured a platform. You need a jump. You need to be able to jump in a platform right now.
Right. That guy's just there.
Yeah, that's what's going on.
Yeah, I think it makes as much sense as anything. I mean, garbage bag hitting you either way, kind of.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying about, you know.
Especially when it's on fire. I imagine a fully developed version. The mortar batteries roll in from the left and right.
Oh yeah. Hey, a little flag. That's kind of cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. They ran up the white flag of surrender.
But yeah, it's a fun little concept. Yeah, I like the. I feel like I like that it's like kind of flexible, you know, and how you can aim, you know, especially the. You know, as you see, I've been just doing side. It is a little easier to see. Like if you do like this, you're a little hard to see what angle you're. You know.
I couldn't quite get the crosshair. Couldn't quite figure out the crosshairs. Not sure what the heck happened. I'm not sure what the heck happened just there. Ooh.
The chrome like vapor wavy. I don't know how to describe it very well, but find where your buddies and put out the fire for the danger. Oh yeah. Oh, I was taking the water out of the bird baths. Is that what I was doing?
Yeah, those are bird baths. In the front there, yep.
I thought I was pulling them out of the. Okay, here we go.
Who's doing something else right now? What else are you doing that's more important than me
Hello.
playing your game?
I'm oh, I thought I accepted.
Hi, Woody.
Oh, someone just something lost.
Wait, let me try to rejoin again.
Okay, yeah.
Also combines that with like a Galaga type thing, which is a shoot 'em up genre.
Right.
So the plan for the game's objective is to survive 15 minutes, and every 5 minutes you move on to a new area with new enemies. And you start off with 3 different weapons: the fireball, which is like it's like a medium cooldown, like the basic weapon, medium cooldown, medium attack. Then you have the flamethrower, which you can kind of spray like that. That does a lot of damage, but when
Yeah,
you're
that's what
really
I was
close, it's